Hello, everyone. My name is Darnell Self. I'm one of the many executives here with LegalShield, and today it's my honor and my privilege to share with you all the information that was shared with me years ago when I first took a look at LegalShield. I was 28 years old. I was working at a men's and women's clothing store, making pretty good money, but was sick and tired of working 60, 70, and even 80 hours a week. And if you ever worked retail, you're probably familiar with my hours, especially in the management capacity. You see, the weekends are the most important times, and so I missed everything that happened in my personal life on the weekends. My kids' sporting events and birthday parties and family reunions, you name it, I missed it. So I said, no way am I going to do this for the rest of my life. So a friend introduced me to LegalShield back in my 20s. It's allowed my wife and I to become stay-at-home parents for our 4 children now since we're in our 20s. And so it's my honor and my privilege to share with you all the same information that was shared with me. And if it makes sense to you, simply get back with the person who introduced you to this presentation.
So let's get started with this brief overview of LegalShield. Today we're going to talk about personal growth, a professional opportunity, and a powerful journey.
Now, the best business models of today are simple, disruptive, noble, not easily duplicated, and they have an app. Let's look at some examples.
Now, if you look at the background of this particular slide, there was a retail store called Blockbuster Video once upon a time. That's right, millennials. You actually had to go rent a video from a retail store. But not any longer. There's been disruptive innovation by companies like Netflix, where you can watch as many videos as you want right from your smart device or right from the comfort of your own home. And it's simpler, easier, and more affordable. I bet most of us watching this presentation can name several retail establishments that have been forced to shut their doors because of disruptive innovation from companies like Amazon. Why it's simpler, easier, and more affordable. Now, we can go on and on with examples of disruptive innovation and what's happened to like the taxi car industry because of Uber, or what's happening to the hotel industry because of Airbnb, and what happened to the film industry because of platforms like Instagram. But let's talk about one of the oldest professions, the legal profession. Most say it's expensive, it's unresponsive, and it's unaccountable. So we've created a disruptive innovation with LegalShield where now access to legal services are affordable, accountable, and responsive. You see, at $300 an hour, most folks couldn't afford access to a lawyer. And we're not talking about bad people doing worse things. We're saying bad things happen to good people too. And for the first time in North America, we're leveling the legal playing field. We're giving folks access to the justice system via our disruptive innovation. Listen, one of the best things about our company is we started out of a need, not out of greed. The gentleman pictured here, the great late Mr. Harlan C. Stonecipher, founded our company because he was in a car accident. And he had auto insurance to take care of that banged-up car, but nothing to take care of the legal bills that were a result of that accident. That was no fault of his own, by the way. So he started LegalShield in 1972. That's right. We're not a startup company. We're not wondering if this works. We're a rock-solid company that was established in 1972. We're protecting approximately 4.6 million lives in the U.S. and Canada with a dedicated network of quality law firms in all 50 states plus 4 provinces of Canada. And we have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. Our purpose? We simply protect and empower people. Our vision? To provide equal access to the liberty, equality, opportunity, and justice that every human deserves and expects. And our mission is to help people improve their lives by teaching life-transforming skills and to deliver exceptional products and services that promote peace of mind and confidence in a world that's oftentimes uncaring and selfish. So how does this disruptive innovation called LegalShield work? Well, with our legal plan, can you imagine pressing a button on your phone, having the ability to talk to a lawyer, and you don't have to worry about a bill showing up after that consultation? That's right, you can actually press a button and talk to a lawyer and ask a legal question. This is huge. You see, most folks don't call a lawyer because they're weighing their checkbook against their rights. So to be able to pick up the phone and say, look, I just need help. Like it happened to me. I had a situation with a truck I bought, and the dealership didn't do what I thought they should do. And so I called LegalShield, and LegalShield said based on where I bought the truck and that make and model and that particular issue that I was having, if they kept my truck for 3 more days on the same issue, it would fall under the lemon law. Now, I would have never known that and wouldn't have called a lawyer to find out if I didn't have LegalShield. What's my point? If you don't know your rights, you don't have any. But not only will they give you the advice, but they'll also write letters and make phone calls on your behalf. They review contracts and documents before you sign your name to them. There's IRS support there if you're named in an audit. All these things right from the click of a button on your phone. One of my favorite features with our LegalShield app is the tap, snap, and send feature. So you can actually press a button on your LegalShield app, and if you get a speeding ticket, it'll ask for permission to open up the camera on your phone. You take a picture of that moving traffic violation, and a law firm will call you within 8 business hours to consult you. Listen, my oldest son had a couple of speeding tickets, and because of LegalShield, we were able to keep the points off of his license. And we know auto insurance is already way too expensive. So we can help you to keep the points off of your license. Wouldn't that bring value to you? So this is huge. And we're not just talking about in your own area. You see, when I got a speeding ticket in Virginia, and I live in Maryland, I had an attorney assist me when my points were dropped and my fine was dropped. I only had to send $35 in court costs. I would have spent more than $35 in gas to drive back to Virginia from where I live in Maryland. Again, it saved me time and it saved me money. Now, I'm almost embarrassed to say when I joined LegalShield, I didn't have a last will and testament. And I was married with 2 kids at the time. But I was young. When you're young, you feel invincible. Plus, it costs money to have a lawyer draw up a last will and testament, right? $500 or more. Well, LegalShield's taking away that excuse. We give you a last will and testament just for trying out our service, and we update it each year, no additional cost, including a living will, a health care power of attorney, even a durable power of attorney if you're ever in a condition where you can't make decisions on your own regarding your assets in a estate. So all you have to do is tap, download, and complete your last will and testament right here through your mobile app. Now, we also give you access 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in emergencies. And we're not saying you're driving under the influence or the car wasn't registered. Again, we're saying bad things happen to good people all the time. And this is peace of mind for my wife and I. You know, we have a son who's in college, a good kid. Could be at the right party with the wrong crowd at the wrong time. If he's being questioned, detained, or arrested, he has a right to remain silent and a right to a lawyer. Not a right to call his pastor, not a right to call mom or dad, but a right to a lawyer. And I'm telling you, this gives us an incredible amount of peace of mind knowing that our kids have access to this, my parents have access to this, we have access to this. There's a red button at the bottom of your app, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, emergency access. This is the reason why even some of my buddies who are lawyers have the service, because not every lawyer is available 24 hours a day. Plus, not every lawyer knows every area of law, like every doctor doesn't know every area of medicine. So it makes sense to have access like this all across North America. And if you're ever injured at work or you're in an accident, talk to your provider law firm about representing you on a contingency basis, which simply means you don't actually pay the hourly rates. And by the way, anything that falls outside of the 100% coverage, you get a discount on, even pre-existing conditions, or situations like DUI or bankruptcy, contested adoption, and contested divorce. So after today, once you take advantage of this service, you'll never ever have to pay 100% for your lawyer fees again. At a minimum, you'll get a discount. And one of the best parts about our service is that you actually have access to what we call member perks. Over 400 vendors give you discounts. So you can tap, access, and save money when you rent a car or you buy electronics from Best Buy or you go to the movies. So make sure you access your member perks before you go spend another dime, just to make sure there isn't a savings waiting for you with our program. Who's covered? The member's spouse, never married dependent children under the age of 26 living at home, or full-time students, dependent children under the age of 18 from whom the member is a legal guardian, and then physically or mentally disabled children living at home for the life of them, all under this one membership. So which would you choose? A lawyer charging $250 an hour or more, or join LegalShield and get access to law firms across North America for about $1 a day? This is why we're growing so fast. It's not your dollar, my dollar, but a shared economy, group buying power. Remember, over 1 million people paying $1 a day. Trust me, we can attract the best law firms the money can buy, and we have. Our average lawyer has 19 years of experience, all for about $1 a day. And that's just our legal plan. We actually offer 2 services. Listen, with all the recent data breaches, there's a huge problem that everyone faces: identity theft. That's our second plan that we offer. It's called our ID Shield. Because criminals don't just want your money any longer. They want your identity. When most people think of identity theft, they think of financial situations. But that's less than 30% of identity theft. What are the other 70+%? Well, here's the most common types of identity theft: tax return fraud, and medical claim fraud, and Social Security claims, credit, driver's license, criminal, and character. And guess what? Unfortunately, you are guilty until proven innocent. So with our ID Shield plan, we're going to give you access to your credit score, but then we're also going to monitor and alert you if someone accesses your information. We monitor credit score, Social Security number, passport, driver's license, medical ID, email, loans, credit cards, bank accounts, black market website surveillance, and even social media. So now what really separates us, what differentiates us from every other identity theft plan that's out there, we offer real comprehensive restoration. You see, with the tap of a button on your app, you actually have access to a licensed private investigator who will do whatever it takes, for as long as it takes, to restore your identity back to pre-theft status with a $5 million service guarantee. So let's recap. Our legal plan is only $24.95 a month. Again, less than $1 a day. Our ID Shield plan is $24.95 a month. So combined, $49.90, about $1 a day still, to have access to both of these plans. Now, if you decide that you want the legal plan for $24.95, but you're not married, you don't have any dependents, you can actually get the ID Shield plan for only $9.95 a month. So now we're talking about $24.95 for the legal plan and only $9.95 for the ID Shield plan if you're an individual who isn't married and doesn't have any kids. Still about $1 a day. So how do we make money? Through word-of-mouth marketing and team building. Now, we're familiar with word-of-mouth companies. Facebook, we share things all the time on Facebook, but they don't pay any money for it. Uber, they send me credits, but I've never been able to pay my bills with Uber credits. LegalShield, $60 to $280 every single time we share it and someone takes advantage of it. So let's talk about the different ways that we get compensated here with LegalShield. And I think you'll enjoy all four ways. One, we get paid now with daily commissions. So let's talk about how that works. So as an associate, and we all start as an associate, we make $60 on the $49.90 plan. That means someone decides, I want both the $24.95 legal plan plus the $24.95 ID Shield plan. And when we send that into LegalShield, or they go to our website and sign up, LegalShield is going to send us $60. How awesome is that? And we get paid every day. So $60 until you get your first 3 memberships. Those are 3 people who want the service and 1 associate. Inevitably, one of the 3 will say, how much did you get paid off of this? You say $60. When you get your first 3 in 1, now you get a raise. You get paid and promoted. You're making $120 on your 4th customer, $120 on your 5th customer. Or you can just get customers and don't recruit any associates to your team. So if you go out and get 6 customers, on your 7th customer, you're making $120. 8th customer is $120. Until you get to 15 customers, now you're making $140. After 50, $160. After 100, $190. By the way, this is your business, your 1099 income, so you do as much as you want or as little as you want. No bosses here, only coaches. And I love that about LegalShield. And once you get to $25 a month, now you're making $230 for every membership. $50 a month, $280. Now, you don't have to do this by yourself. Some people go into companies and offer this as an employee benefit, and they do it all by themselves. It's called our business-to-business space. Get with the person, invite you to this presentation. They can share with you more about that channel of our company. But you can do it with a team. For an example, manager, you don't have to get all 15 by yourself. Let's say you have 3 people in your team, and you get 5 memberships. And let's say 2 of them get 5 memberships. That's 15. But now that you're making $140 every single time you market the service at the manager level, if I was on your team, I was one of the 3 on your team, whenever I share the service, I'm making $60 like you used to at the associate level. But because you're my manager, look at that on the right there, 20 plus 20 is the difference in override between the manager and the associate. So that's 20 plus 20. You make 40 whenever I make 60. Every time I make 60, you make 40, and I'm below you, and I can make more money than you, but you don't mind because you get paid a small percentage when I succeed. You see, not because I join, but when I succeed. And that's cumulative, by the way. So if you're an executive and I'm an associate, now whenever I market a service, look at this all the way up. You make 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40 plus 50 whenever I earn income. And so you have an interest in seeing people succeed. In fact, you want to see people succeed even more than you. The second way we get compensated is with incentives. So if you decide you want to move fast, we'll actually pay you more money. When you go from associate to senior associate within your first 20 days, we're going to send you a $180 bonus. From senior associate to manager, within the next 30 days after that, a $360 bonus. And a first-time 3 consecutive month executive director, a $10,000 bonus, only because you decided you wanted to move fast instead of slow. Now, we also believe in fellowship with LegalShield. We have a lot of fun. And so the third way we get compensated is called Performance Club. Now, one of the benefits of the Performance Club is 4 incentive trips each year. We're not talking about the first 5 or the top 10. We sent hundreds of people on our last trip to the Bahamas. How awesome is that? Not only do we offer 4 trips a year that you can earn through Performance Club, we also have cash bonuses with Performance Club called Freedom Bonuses. And the fourth way we get compensated with LegalShield allows you to build a legacy. It's called residual income. You see, when I stopped working at the mall, after 11 years, they stopped paying me. That's right. They have not sent me a check since I quit my job at the mall. But like many companies that we pay into monthly, whether it be our cable or satellite bill, whether it be our insurance company, right? We may have set that cable or satellite up one time, but we pay for that every single month, whether we're watching TV or not. The same thing with our auto insurance, right? We're paying for it every month, and someone's getting paid off of that. Well, now you have an opportunity to capitalize off of residual income. So the customers I signed up in my 20s and my 30s, I'm in my 40s now, but I'm still earning income from the work I used to do. Can you imagine 5 years from now, 10 years from now, getting paid off of work you used to do for the life of that customer? That's what I call a legacy business and residual income. So how much does it cost to get started? I mean, you would think thousands of dollars with all the value I just talked about, but it's just $99. Now remember, you make $60 from one customer on the $49.90 plan. So think about that. Go get your first couple of customers. You're already in profit mode from a one-time $99 investment. Plus, we give you access to amazing business tools to grow your business, mobile apps and videos and social media, websites. We actually have access to business briefings that take place across North America. So if you know someone in another state or province, you can send them out to one of our corporate professional overviews. They like what they see. Now you've got a business partner in another state or a member in another province. And guess what? You're earning income from a place perhaps you've never visited before, all because you're a part of this system. Now, LegalShield Advantage makes it so simple to run your business. It's only $19.95 a month, and the first month is free. Now, it's optional, but honestly, I think it should be mandatory because I'm not sure how you really run an effective business without these tools. An enhanced associate back office so they track everything for you, contests and incentives you have access to, personalized website with e-commerce, business building mobile apps like Prospect by LegalShield, where you can actually put someone's information right on your phone. Let's say I just met you today and I said, look, if you keep your options open when it comes to making additional income, put your information right here. I'll send you a video. It'll even tell me when you watch the video. How awesome is that? Or if you're interested in a membership or identity theft, I can send you a video specific to what your interests are. Ellis Engage allows us to communicate with our team all across North America. So again, I think it's extremely valuable because instead of driving an hour away from your home, you can simply send someone to your website. They sign up online. LegalShield knows it was your website, and they pay you the next day. That's what you want to have access to, and that's what you do have access to with LegalShield Advantage. Listen, I love LegalShield because we have a proven track record. 400-plus six-figure ring earners, 150-plus $50,000 ring earners, 230 Millionaire Club members, and $1 billion paid out in commissions in the last 10 years. That's not up for discussion. It's non-negotiable. It's already happened. It's true historical data. I love it. And we know our associates enjoy different things about LegalShield, and people are motivated by different things. Freedom and flexibility of working from home, belonging to a noble cause, financial opportunities, spending quality time with family, and living life on their own terms. So here are your next steps. Become a member. Download the LegalShield and ID Shield mobile app so you can use the service yourself. That way you don't have to say I heard or I think or the guy who worked at the mall told me, right? You can say, I know. Number 2, become an associate. Set up your website. Number 3, get trained. Go to connect.legalshield.com/start. Start your training right away. And then number 4, get paid and promoted. Earn that $180 level up bonus in your first 20 days. That way you have your own testimony, your own belief check. I'm excited for you. I look forward to working with you. Congratulations and welcome to the LegalShield family.